Good morning, guys. This is Don V with Truth Be Told. I told you yesterday that I would do a little looking for this QFS financial system that they're supposed to be moving us to, gold back. And then if I found any documentation, I'd go ahead and bring it up. So without ado, let's go ahead and take a look at it and see what the news report says. It says, quantum finance. A new system is emerging that with the proper structuring puts financial control back in the hands of the people. The Quantum Financial System, QFS, has been building a virtual private network, VPN, for the cross-border interbank payment system, SIPS. It's a network based on sovereignty and commerce. This author recently outlined the primary components of the real financial reset, the details of which are behind this effort to include documentation, proof of its relevance and importance. Coordinate a national research effort encompassing federal agencies, the academic community, and industrial leaders already underway. The White House National Quantum Coordinates Office released a strategic vision for America's quantum financial system networks in February of last year. In short, the QFS provides pristine, clean integrity in the movement of funds from central banking sources to destination accounts. This means that the key benefit of the QFS is to protect all parties from corruption, usury, or manipulation within the banking system and ensure banks are monitored and protected with regard to the agreed-upon contract of transfer of funds process. Financial self-sovereignty. As this author has also outlined, the system can also support economic development that does not involve banks. It is critical to note that with the proper ledgering system in place, national banks, regional banks, and signature banks can play a crucial role in large-scale infrastructure development, roads, schools, urban and rural planning projects, etc., while independent groups can build their own components to vital infrastructure that are unencumbered by financial middlemen such as small farming co-ops, alternative energy grids, and alternative supply chains. Given that 92% of supply chains are now decoupled, asset inflation is likely to eclipse 20% in the coming months. Over 60 million businesses worldwide have shuttered due to the pandemic, and underemployment and youth unemployment rates are at all-time highs. We have reached a point at which locally sustained economic ecosystems are perhaps the only way forward in achieving economic health that supports people of all walks of life and cultural backgrounds. This author's framework, called Smart Ecologies, is one such method for the design and development of these ecosystems. Now I'm going to leave you a link to this story so you can read the whole thing on the QFS. And let's go ahead and move over to this one right here. QFS and Gold is end of slavery. Quantum financial system and gold is the end of slavery. Fundamental problem with money printing. Gold is our lifesaver. The distinction between debt and money. The central bank's fiat money system is kaput. Money backed by debt is a crime against humanity. Now, from what I understand, when we move to the QFS, there'll be a huge debt forgiveness, because that's the only way that they're going to be able to do this and without collapsing the economy is by forgiving the debt. I don't know if that means secured assets or not, but we shall find out. It's exciting times we live in, isn't it? It says, in today's society, people around the world have taken it for granted that paper is money. But this is a nonsensical collective illusion that we have all been coerced into believing. Hundreds of years ago, when traveling, people accepted banknotes called traveler's checks because they believed the banks issuing them were reputable. Once the checks arrived, a local bank that knew the reputation of the bank that had issued those notes could issue people with new notes in local currency without a central authority to certify the notes. But today, people no longer think that way. They believe that it takes a government to assure the value of money. However, real money is based on natural characteristics, such as the fact that it is intrinsically valuable, durable, divisible, uniform, portable, scarce, and broadly accepted. These characteristics are essential for a medium of exchange to become an honest standard of widely accepted payment, which isn't the case with currencies issued by central banks. Unlike central bank issued currency, gold has always been valuable. As today's debt money is someone else's burden, with unreliable promises attached that could end up not being honored. Money backed by debt is a crime against humanity. It was invented by Meyer Amschel Rothschild, the Rothschilds, of course, and was built on the fact that money is a flow of energy, also known as currency, that is generated from the combination of raw materials, goods, services, and people's labor. In order to achieve a monopoly over all the energy of the earth, the Rothschilds developed a worldwide slave labor system by issuing debt money through their privately owned central bank system that has infiltrated every government because the flow of currency was designed to be funneled back towards them. This has given them a powerful first strike opportunity in the field of financial and economic control. Though their control over the flow of currency and the bribing of all governments, they had their worthless debt money equated with people's energies money, which is a fraud of scandalous proportions. Getting away with this fraudulent activity has enabled the Rothschilds money changers to siphon the valuable energy of the people's labor away from the people back towards themselves. Money created out of nothing and backed by debt should not be allowed to purchase valuables, as it has been enabling this fraud to continue. As long as the illusion that debt money was value is being imposed on us, and we, the sheeple, continue to agree to this illusion and participate in it, then we will not be free from debt slavery. The fundamental problem with money printing is that it gives people more currency but doesn't allow them to prosper. True wealth requires real growth, real savings, real investment, hard work, time, innovation, self-discipline, and all other things that made the economy a powerhouse at first. But fake money, on the other hand, encourages speculation, conniving, corruption, and distrust, which eventually dooms the empire into third world status. It also damages the real economy, which consists of savers, workers, innovators, long-term investors, and disciplined entrepreneurs. These people are all being cheated by the institution of central banking and government. And this is speeding up the decline of the economic system. Empires require strong, reliable currencies, and by printing trillions of fake ones, central banks are pushing their empires down the hill. It invites corruption in a real, honest economy. What you get depends on what you give. People have to earn their money in a money printing economy. The wealth goes to those who are connected to power. The long downhill march probably began in January 2000 with the collapse of the stock market. Back then, 40 ounces of gold was enough money to buy all the stocks in the Dow. But today, it's only about 15 ounces, despite much higher dollar prices in real gold terms. Capital industries are worth barely a third of what they were 20 years ago. When a central bank economy is contradicting it, automatically creates a shortage of new debt. And because money is debt, this also creates a shortage of available money. There is less debt money in circulation, and available money, also known as liquidity, becomes more scarce. Consequently, we are fast approaching the end of existing global financial debt money system. The whole monetary system is intentionally self-destructing by design. The excess printing of fiat debt money has arrived in its final reflation stage of self-destruction. The amount of debt in the world has grown so excessive that the credit system has gone into reverse mode, and now the paradox is occurring that there is no liquidity left to pay back the debt. Reflation is no longer possible, and the deflationists are being proven correct. They are correct in regards to a credit system working in reverse with the negative feedback loop stroking a deflationary death spiral. It's one thing to fake out investors with quantitative easing, QE, and fraudulent interest rates. It is another to dump trillions of helicopter money on what's left of the Main Street economy. In the former case, it results in higher stock prices. Everybody is happy, and in the latter, people get higher consumer prices, making no one happy. Gold is our lifesaver. The result is a man-made economic catastrophe. No one knows how much it will cost in real output only, but current estimates are running around 10 trillion, and that's not counting the economic damage done by the central bank bailouts and money printing, or the losses in the asset markets. Stocks alone are down 5 trillion since February. Most people have no gold at all. Pity the poor fools. Gold is going to be reinstituted as money within our lifetime, simply out of necessity. But that can only happen at higher prices, since at this moment only about 6 billion ounces is available above ground for sale in the entire world. After the current system collapses, as every paper money system in the past has done, some form of money will have to replace it, and it's almost always certainly going to be gold. When people wake up and realize that most banks and governments are corrupt, but also bankrupt, they'll flock to gold just as they've done for centuries. Gold will rise multiples of its current value, expected 200% rise from current levels at the minimum. There are many reasons why gold could see a truly significant gain, and in real terms, not just against paper money. At any rate, I'll leave a link to this report, and we'll go ahead and click on this one more here. And we can see that this is also the QFS Quantum Financial System Gold-Backed Digital Currency. They're looking at moving it into the UK and the world. So we have a lot to look forward to. God is in control, and we have some wonderful things happening for us in the future. And this debt forgiveness thing is just going to be awesome. Can't wait to see what DJT is going to do with it. At any rate, hold on a second here. This is Don V with Truth Be Told, broadcasting out of sunny skies in Arizona, and hope everyone has a wonderful day. And we are out of here.